Greetings, welcome to this channel. In this video, we're going to dig a little deeper into the Godfather of YouTube, the Godfather of high value, Mr. Kevin Samuels. Now, in this video, we're going to be playing a phone call from a live show he did recently where he was speaking to a young lady named Naomi. I want you detractors especially to see how he handles her, how disrespectful and abusive this man is. So let's get into it, shall we?
Really, what I can tell you, it's not even what this show is about. You're completely off the topic.
Okay.
Thank you. And you own your own business. You can afford it.
Thank you.
Yeah, later. Naomi, go ahead and take off get on the camera. Naomi, the camera's dark. So, I would say this though. That sounds all kind of messed up. A woman said you dumped him. He was on there for 30 plus minutes. Why is your face covered? You got a mask on. That's not how this works. If you want to talk to me, you're gonna talk to me. Hello?
As you can see, he's already being rude from the beginning. Let's continue, shall we?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, why you have a mask on?
Oh. Here, I'll take it off.
What's going on?
Alright. So my friend actually linked me this video. This is my first time
How old are you?
across your channel.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Alright.
I'm 24. So yeah, I came well, he sent me the video, so I subscribed, and I thought it'd be fun to ask a question about value. So the question, sorry. I'm curious to hear what where you would think I would stand on like the value scale for a woman.
That's not what this is about.
Oh, okay.
Who's your friend? And your friend referred you to me?
Oh no, my friend.
Quickly, I do think that's an odd question for this young woman to be calling, asking this man what her value is. But whatever. Let's continue.
You sent me the link to your video.
Okay, was it a man or a woman?
Watching it, so. It was a man.
Okay. Have you been watching my show?
No, but I have been on here for this video.
I don't know why he would send it to you, but I gotta. Well, okay. Are you dating this guy?
We're talking. We're friends, but
friends.
we're not together. So.
Do you have any children?
No.
Do you want to get married in the future?
I don't really have. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't really.
You're 24?
think about marriage like that. Yeah.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
I don't want to say specifically for privacy reasons, but.
Well, then you're on my show. I don't really. I mean, man, look. You can. I don't. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's gonna track you.
He told her no one gives a shit. He has such a nasty disposition. This right hand photo is perfect. That's how he's just such a grumpy dude.
Okay. All right. I'm in California. I went to school. It's a state school.
All right. So, I mean, in general, you're asking about value, and at 24, you seem very girly. Are you normally so bubbly? Because you came on the show, you didn't want to show your face. You got a mask on, and I'm like, all right, you're 24, and I'm expecting to talk to a woman, and I feel like I'm talking to a teenage girl.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just my personality.
I get it, but you still.
I mean, I'm not that way all the time.
Well, but you're on a show with 4,000 people, and I'm just trying to. You asked me a question, so I'm trying to understand who it is. Bottom line is, if you don't know you want to be married or not, you're just kind of out here living life, right?
No, I'm not out here. I mean, ideally, I've always seen myself with just one person.
I just asked you a simple question. In the future, would you like to be married? That's either a yes or no.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what you said.
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of.
Why is he so argumentative? He's so rude. He needs the shit slapped out of him. Let's continue.
I don't really think about it like that. So, but if I had to answer
that's
yes
the
or no,
point.
I would say
But see,
yes.
that's the point. You don't really think about it like that. And these are the years you should be thinking about this heavily because time is wasting. And at 24, I said you're just kind of out here. So you made my point. You're not thinking about it. So I hope you're not sexually active. And because accidents do happen. Is your dad in your life?
Yes.
He is? All right. Well, I don't know what else. Are you actually? Are you working? Or are you still in school?
I'm job searching right now, but
exactly.
I graduated college.
There you go.
So,
and you're living with who?
I live with my dad.
There you go. You're a little girl. No offense, but this is what I mean. You're not.
So he's telling this 24-year-old woman she's a little girl because she lives with her dad. He's such an ignorant jerk.
Serious. I'm not talking to a 24-year-old. I'm talking to I'm talking to a 24-year-old college girl who has no job, living with dad. No plans for the future. You're just out here 24 and
I have lots of plans.
But you're not doing anything. You can have lots of dreams, but plans require action.
Oh no, I'm doing stuff. I do have plans.
Yeah. Again, this is the position we put a lot of our women in. Life is not serious for a lot of black women. They're just out here. And
please, in the comments, tell me what is wrong with a 24-year-old woman living at home with her father while she's searching for a job, perhaps stacking her money up. She lives in California, for God's sake. Do you know how expensive it is in California? He's such a jerk. I wonder how's his daughter doing.
You're wasting time. I'll let you unmute, but you can't talk over me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What do you plan on doing with yourself as far as working?
So I majored in computer science. So
Good.
my plan is to get a software engineering job.
And what age did you graduate?
22.
Right. So it's been
I've been out for 2 years.
You've been out of work for 2 years.
Well, I wouldn't say out of work.
No, ma'am.
I have another career.
No. You've been graduating since 22, right?
Yeah.
Have you been gainfully employed?
If we're talking about...
No, ma'am. Let me be real clear. I don't play games. I know what employment is. Background is in engineering. It's not a toy over here.
Okay.
Have you had a job? Have you had a job the last 2 years?
No.
No. Then how do you?
What's it to him if this young woman has had a job in the last 2 years? What is his deal? He's so nasty and rude. He just has a nasty disposition. He needs to take that dildo out of his behind. Let's continue.
How do you? Then how do you eat?
I have a savings, but I have
savings from what? Savings from what?
What does he mean? How does she eat? She lives with her father. Duh.
Where have you had a job?
Well, I have worked. When I was in college, I helped with the family business.
You helped with the family business. That wasn't a job, ma'am. They found a way to give you money.
But I actually worked.
Okay, but you work for the family business. Okay, see. Ooh. All right.
Now he's mad because she works for her family's business. This guy is such a piece of work. But this is y'all Mr. High Value Male. This is who y'all caping for in my comment section and thumbs down on my video for, right? You Kevin Samuel zombies, you need help.
I see why he told you to call now.
Oh, sorry.
I see why he told you to call. Let me help you. I see why he told you to call.
Okay.
That shit you could pull with daddy, that talkative little stump you for daddy's girl, it don't work in the real world.
Oh, of course, I know.
Well, apparently not, because I've had to mute you twice on this show. You graduated at 22. in California. See, adults have to go to work to pay for their housing, their food, and all that other kind of stuff. Children get to go back home and live it with daddy and pretend to have dreams and things for 2 years. COVID didn't do it. And you're saying you live off of savings where you work for the family business, meaning that's another way. Whether you worked or not is irrelevant. The fact of on the open market, why are you not working to take care of yourself and pay for anything?
Am I still muted?
Isn't that a conflicting question? Doesn't he tell women that they should be beautiful and high value, well, to get a high value man to take care of them? But now he's saying that she needs to work. Is it because she's a black woman that she needs to work? Why does it bother him that this young woman lives with her family? Nothing is wrong with that, especially in 2020, especially living in California.
Okay.
Yeah, why aren't you out working like the rest of the people in the world?
Oh, that's my plan, but
Your plan, okay. When is it supposed to start?
Now.
When is it supposed to start?
Oh, now I actually have interviews coming up.
But why hasn't it happened in the last 2 years?
Because I said previously I have a more entrepreneurial mindset.
What do you mean entrepreneurial?
So
see, ma'am, entrepreneurial meant what? How would you take any?
He keeps cutting her off. She's trying to say, if you heard, she has a perfume business.
Money to run a business.
Well, what I'm doing doesn't require like a huge investment.
What you're hearing, folks, is if this were a man, we'd call her a loser. We call this kind of stuff loser. This is a female loser.
He just called this girl a female loser. And you all rock with this. You all super chat this flamboyant tambourine shaker. This is what y'all like. This is what y'all caping for all over YouTube. He is trash. Utter trash.
Hello?
If this was a man, we call her a loser.
Is that not abusive to call this woman a loser? The nerve of this nigga.
We call this person a loser. I got entrepreneurial plans and this and that. And I work for the family business. You're not doing anything. You're daddy's girl, and that's cool. And maybe you'll make somebody a good. This is problematic. I hope the person that gave you this link is not a guy you're dating, because he gave it to you for a reason. Because you can't.
In the comments, people are saying, "Facts, she's a loser." And in the comments, you all just co-sign his abuse. It is a lot of toxic people that like and support this man, and it's truly sad.
Kind of cute, but it seems as though you're going to be a hell of a lot more problems than anything else because...
Then he told the woman that she's kind of cute. Cute is not a compliment to a grown-ass woman. This man is disgusting. You see how he talks to black women on his show?
You can pull shit with daddy that you can't pull with men. The real world expects...
Yeah, I think... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but this idea of just being a cute daddy's girl, I mean, that's not really accurate. There's a lot of context missing. But I understand what you're saying. Generally,
the problem is you went to school to get a degree. Everybody else who did, and you're supposed to go to work after that, not do entrepreneurial stuff for 2 years.
What's wrong with being an entrepreneur? And he showed her a photo, her on the video, Zoom, whatever he's using to speak with her, and she is a beautiful young lady. What's wrong with her being an entrepreneur? Her parents clearly have no issue with it.
Okay. Well, some people, I mean, I don't want to say some people, but in some cases, people do take like a gap year or two.
Yeah. But the only reason you could have a gap year is because daddy's paying for it.
He's not paying for anything.
You work for the family business. Whose business? Who did you work for?
It was, I don't want to give specifics.
I don't give us, no. See, of course you don't want to. See, this is another reason why it can't be high value, no visibility. See, when it's ever, I don't want to. Did you work for a family business, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. And why not go work outside the family business?
Because that was when I was in college, but
Right.
when I graduated, I decided to.
What is wrong with working for the family business? Can y'all explain to me in the comments, what is wrong with working for your family's business? What is wrong with this man? And he wanted to really curse out. You should see his facial expressions. He's so rude.
Go ahead.
You decided to what?
Sorry. Yeah, when I got out of college, I decided, okay, am I going to get a job right away? I could have easily done that. It's not that I can't. I've literally had professors tell me, you're very intelligent, like, I know you're not going to have a problem getting a job. So I decided to just take some time to really own in on my craft. And now it's time for me to go get, like, I understand the importance of working and stuff and being able to support yourself. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. What I said stands. You're living in a fantasy world. And this happens a lot to our black women in California. I don't know what's going on in California, on the West Coast, where we make women think you can just pretend. Look, ma'am, at 22 after college, I don't begrudge you for working in the family business. It's good to have a family business that you can work in. But that does not give you a taste of the real world. Professors telling you you're intelligent does not give you a taste of the real world. Have you ever lived on your own?
What is wrong with her not living on her own at 24? At least he cleaned up that there's nothing wrong working with a family business. He seemed to be very bothered by that. Let's continue. This call is almost over.
Yes or no?
I said no.
No. So you are still effectively the same emotional maturity as you were in high school. That's why I feel like I'm talking to a teenager. You have not gone out and paid your way in the world. You have a degree, you're not using it. And the only reason you could sit back and do that is because somebody else was paying for your grown self to find and figure it out. Fine. But I'll let you talk.
Okay.
I will say this. Marriage sounds like a great bet for you because you don't sound like you have the mindset or the desire to get out here and be a career woman, which is fine.
Oh, I definitely.
Let me go ahead and help you. Witness the birth of an eternal 7. The birth of an eternal 7. Why is that allowed to happen? Well, to her father's credit, her family's credit, they know we cannot send this bobblehead out onto the planet. She will not do well on her own. Keep her close to home.
So he called the young woman a bobblehead, an eternal 7, keep her close to home. So basically he's saying she's unfit to live on her own. Wow. Wow, this is y'all's king, right?
She's not ready for the world. And that's smart. See, honestly, it will be far better for somebody in that mindset to go from dad to an older man who's an older husband, and he just, come over, yeah. We'll start you your own consulting firm. Yeah, right. Yeah, you just squirt me out 3 kids, and you just.
Wow, he said, squirt me out 3 kids, as if the process of birth, a woman squirts out babies. Wow, this man is Utterly disgusting. And this is what y'all support. Unbelievable.
Just sit over there. You're brilliant. That's right. Yeah, you're the next Einstein. Just go give me a sandwich.
He's calling the girl dumb, basically. He's calling her dumb. That's pretty abusive. That's pretty toxic, if you ask me.
I mean, look, man, that's not a bad path because I would rather. Here's a question: would we rather her be at daddy's home, being kind of emotionally immature, or would we rather her be out here becoming a hard scrabbled worker and riding the CC?
So he's saying she will be riding the cock carousel. Is that what the CC is? We know he likes to ride it, but I digress.
I mean, I try to look for a silver lining as much as possible. At least guys understand she's not out there becoming hardened. She's hard-headed, but it's not even really hard-headed. That's that I'm a daddy's girl. And that shit, that's why I said that's not going to work. Especially not with somebody around her own age. OnlyFans, nah, she ain't that cute.
Oh, he says she ain't that cute for OnlyFans, and basically she will have to marry an older man. He's always trying to tell a young woman to get an older man. Interesting.
He's cute-ish, but not that cute.
He says she's cute-ish.
Let's see. Who's going to listen to that? I know. We're going to have a talk about this whole thing about later on this week. I may actually do a show every day this week because we've had a short week. This whole notion about women talking about they want to build with men. I want a man I can build with. I want to build. How many times we need to talk about this fantasy building you guys have in your mind? What are you going to build? You going to build what? Build with other people's money? What you want to do is play. You want to play. You don't want to build. That's why a lot of high-value men give their wives the ability to start their own business and their own side projects so they can just stay out of the way. Because the women, you're not supposed to be the builders. Another thing, when you've heard this thing about abuse. When you ask a woman why you're no longer with your man, what are the reasons that come up? Infidelity or abuse? Two things you're not supposed to talk about. Well, I think it's time we start talking about it. This abuse thing is used very broadly.
Wow, so now he's saying abuse has been used very broadly. Wow, so now he's saying that women are lying about being abused. He's such a jerk.
Now, I'm just going to say this. From anecdotally, I don't see a lot of women walk around with black eyes and broken arms and jacked up.
This man is an idiot. This man is an idiot. Abuse can be verbal, like he loves to assault women that call in his show, specifically black women. That's verbal abuse. It's not always physical. This guy is such a jerk, dumbass.
I don't see that. I've never seen the world. I mean, I'm not going to downplay the fact that there are some women that get out there and get horrific abuse. But I think I think in modern times, it is far overreported. I think more women say it than happens. Who's more abusive? Are men more physically abusive or are women more verbally and emotionally abusive? See, we don't talk about it the other way. I don't see a lot of men. Matter of fact, I see women it's far more likely to see women. How are you all of a sudden say all these abused women, and when a woman's quick to jump and start yelling and snapping at men, a lot of these women talk about abuse, but they don't act like they've had nobody knocking the furniture out their mouth. I haven't seen this.
Wow, so he's saying the women, so he's just treating abuse like it's no big deal. That's really sad. And this man has a major platform while he's downplaying physical abuse, intimate partner violence. This is not funny at all, but you all in the comments laughing and think this shit is cute. It's disgusting.
I don't get it.
We don't get you, Kevin. We don't get you.
Some is mental abuse, but who's more abusive?
We know he's very
See,
abusive,
abuse
right?
is something you're not supposed to ask. If you say, well, why'd you leave your man, girl? He got, all of a sudden he's being, I mean, just go look at my show. All of a sudden you were with a guy for 2 or 3 years and all of a sudden he became abusive. Really?
The man didn't become abusive. He had been abusive. And they stayed in the relationship, you stupid idiot.
At the end of the day, a lot of women are angry with high value men because they can't keep them.
Well, again, this was just to show you firsthand how abusive Kevin Samuels is, how toxic he is, that my video was not just making up a story about him, that he's really abusive, as you can see firsthand. So I don't want to keep you too much longer. I do thank you for watching, and definitely let me know, what do you think about what you just heard in this video? I think he is very abusive. I think he's toxic. Again, I don't believe he's a heterosexual male. Look at these images on the screen. In the right hand corner, you see him. Oh, he looks like a broke down Ricky Smiley or somebody with his nose ring. Then in the top left hand corner, we see these high heel shoes he have on. I think they're Gucci shoes. You know, he has some nerve to tell somebody they're kind of cute. Well, he's very ugly. But that's neither here nor there. He's ugly inside and out. He's very toxic. He's the effeminate Tommy Sotomayor. So maybe they will collaborate soon. But I'm definitely eager to hear what you all think about what you've heard in this video. Again, thanks for watching. I encourage you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I do upload or go live. And until next time, I'm going to say farewell. Later.